You're watching Reality Check. When Kashmir was hit by the first, and this time there have been many waves of violence, but when Kashmir was hit by the first terrible wave of targeted killings, attacks on migrant laborers and minorities like Sikhs and Hindus, and even a much-loved pharmacist from the Kashmiri Pandit community, the Jammu and Kashmir governor had promised retaliation.
साफ टारगेट दे करके कुछ निरपराध और निर्दोष लोगों का खून जो आपने बहाया है, मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि किसी को भी बख्शा नहीं जाएगा और बहुत जल्द हिसाब चुकता किया जाएगा.
Insaf chukta kiya jayega. But in the weeks that followed, the security forces launched a major crackdown, rounding up an estimated 900 people and claiming to have killed the terrorist who killed the migrants. But last night, the terrorists struck again, killing 2 migrant workers from Bihar in Kulgam, about 2 hours south of Srinagar. 11 civilians now killed in 16 days. This has led to migrants leaving, like this family from Bihar, which has lived in Kashmir for 18 years. Even though their Kashmiri landlords have paid for their bus fare as an act of solidarity, they say they are fearful for their lives.
इधर बिहारी लोग को सबको मारता है, काटता है, बोलता है कि यहाँ से निकलो. कोई बोलता नहीं मगर डर के मार से निकलता है ना. अगर एक को कुछ अगर हो जाता तो सभी को डर होता है ना.
कश्मीर लोग तो बढ़िया है, लोग हम लोग को तो भाड़ा भी दिया 2-3 हजार रुपये दिया. कश्मीर लोग की घर जा कोई बात नहीं है. तो घर वाला भी परेशान है ना कि यहाँ पे लोग को 2-3 आदमी मर गया, वो हो गया, गोलगप्पे वाले लोग, तो वही लोग घर में बहुत परेशानी है. वो बोलता है कि घर आ जाओ.
The response from the security forces remains confusing. At first, they denied an advisory which had gone viral on social media, asking police to corral migrants into secure locations in their area, saying this advisory was fake. But NDTV found migrant workers being kept in secure locations, like in these pictures we're about to play you from a government school where they were brought last night and kept.
हम लोग वैसे सोए थे अभी खाना खा के, तो ये गए और रात को मतलब वहाँ से बोले कि आपको थाना जाना पड़ेगा. और घर में सिर्फ मैं ही अकेले कमाने वाला हूँ, क्योंकि बिहार में उतना काम वाम भी नहीं चलता है. सिर्फ मैं ही एक घर में कमाने वाला. मेरे छोटे छोटे 2 बच्चे हैं.
ऐसे हालात हम लोग को कभी नहीं झेलना पड़ा था. जब रात में मुझे पुलिस यहाँ पे लाए हैं, रात से बैठे हैं. हम लोग यहाँ बैठ के क्या करेंगे? खाना भी खाना है, सब कुछ करना है.
Now all of this has led to hard questions being asked of those in charge, because Jammu and Kashmir has now been under central rule for over 2 years, even before the abrogation of Article 370. But is the centre, especially the Home Minister, under whose remit Kashmir falls, seized of the crisis? And if so, what steps have they taken? The repeated killings raise questions over their claims of success, which, as we mentioned earlier, was of having wiped out those responsible. A former governor of Jammu and Kashmir, who's currently the governor of Meghalaya, has weighed in saying during his tenure, no terrorists could enter Jammu and Kashmir. Let's listen.
मेरे रहते हुए कोई टेररिस्ट श्रीनगर के 550-100 किलोमीटर के दायरे में घुस नहीं सकता था. अब तो श्रीनगर शहर में मार रहे हैं लोगों को.
All right, let's go across to panel. We have with us Lieutenant General Syed Atta Hasnain, retired former GOC 15 Corps is with us. Syed Suhail Bukhari, spokesperson of the PDP, is with us. But let's start first with Brigadier Anil Gupta, retired spokesperson and leader BJP Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you, Brigadier, for joining us. Now, as we see one after another all these terrible killings continuing of migrants, of minority communities like Hindus and Pandits, how does this square off with the government's claims that they have managed to crack down on law and order, bring the situation under control in Kashmir? The governor said there will be a befitting reply. The killings haven't stopped. It's gotten worse.
No, killings, Srinivas, cannot stop overnight, and they cannot stop all of a sudden. Killings come in spurts. This is a spurt, there's a wave which is going on, and there's a reason behind it. It's been discussed on number of channels, number of media.
Yeah.
There are many reasons. The main reason this time is, unlike 90s when it was ethnic cleansing, this time it is the reverse. They do not want people to come into Kashmir. They want to create a fair psychosis. Nobody comes in, so that the monolith character which has built up Kashmir does not change. Kashmir only for Kashmiri Muslims. The ideology for which the seed was sown sometime in 1931 by none other than Abdul Qadir.
Brigadier, I'll come to the reasons.
Yeah.
I want to first fix accountability, because these arguments... One second, let me ask the question. Because the Home Minister is directly in charge of Jammu and Kashmir. The Home Minister has been on record repeatedly saying that after the abrogation of 370, all of these incidents will actually come down. To say that now there is an attempt to try to do some kind of ethnic segregation, targeted violence to make sure that people don't come into Kashmir is a terrible new turn. Isn't this somewhere along the line a failure of the centre to have been able to stop this?
Not at all. There is no question of failure or the success of the centre in this.
How?
This is a tactic being used. There is a reason for it.
But Jammu and Kashmir is under central rule for now more than 2 years.
So what?
So it's the centre that's directly responsible.
The terror graph has certainly gone down compared to 2018, compared to now. And these killings not only take place here. These are random killings. They are not targeted killings. Targeted killings are different. These are random killings.
No, sir, you just said they were targeted killings. You just said that they were targeted killings, and they were targeted with a view to ensuring that there is no change in the religious character of Jammu and Kashmir. But now you're turning around and saying that they're random. It can't be random and it can't be targeted. It can't be both. It has to be one or the other.
I didn't use the word targeted killing. You can see back the recording. I said these are random killings, and these random killings are with the aim. And the aim is different from 1990. That is what I stated. And I can tell you, the terror graph has certainly gone down. But I said such spurts take place. The terror has not ended as yet.
Okay.
Terrorism has not come to an end. The terror still exists. So therefore, such activities will keep happening, and we cannot say that this has led to failure.
This is a complete, I must say, quite a dramatic shift from what the BJP and the government has been saying. We'll even put up some of those instances. Violent phase of terrorism has ended in Jammu and Kashmir. This is the Home Minister in January 2021. Yogi Adityanath, CM of UP in April. On the campaign trail, PM Modi and HM Amit Shah has done away with the origin of terrorism by abrogating Article 370. Recently, the chairman of the NHRC complimented the Home Minister, saying under his watch, terrorism has ended in J&K.
Oh, certainly.
I am now quoting what these gentlemen are saying themselves, and you're saying terrorism cannot be stopped.
That is what I am saying. We have got experts sitting on this panel. Ask them. General Snan is there. Ask him. Can terrorism brought to an end like this? It cannot be.
Then why? Are you saying that Mr. Amit Shah is wrong when he said the violent phase of terrorism has ended?
See, you pick up one line from his entire statement, you read his whole speech, then you'll come to know what he meant. He also means the same thing, that violence is coming down. It has come down, there's no doubt. There are no stone pelting, there are no street processions, there are no buns as it was there earlier.
Okay.
So there's a lot of difference.
Let me get Sahil Bukhari, spokesperson of the PDP. Now, you've tweeted, or rather Mehbooba Mufti has tweeted, saying that these incidents show a colossal failure of the government's policies in Jammu and Kashmir. But Brigadier Gupta is saying that that's not fair, that you can't say that terrorism will happen. It's just that it's not of the same extent as earlier.
Well, I must first compliment Brigadier Gupta for at least being the first BJP spokesperson to have come on record and acknowledged what we had been always saying, that when it comes to violence on ground, it cannot be controlled completely militarily by using force. There have to be engagements, there has to be some kind of involvement of the people on ground in Jammu and Kashmir. And that is true for any conflict area and no different for Jammu and Kashmir. But when we say so, you know what they would label us as. We are Pakistanis, we are traitors, and we are whatnot. Add to it the fact that you mentioned they have been in control of Jammu and Kashmir directly for 2 years. I would rather want to correct you. It's been 3 years, because before
I said over
August
2 years,
5,
but yes.
2000 Yeah, it's more than 3 years. Only imagine if it were some other state, if somebody else were at the helm of affairs, they would literally have been lynched.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's because it's BJP and it's no less than the Home Minister of the country who's directly responsible for overseeing
Yes.
the security scenario and administration in Jammu and Kashmir. Nobody is uttering a word. Also add to it the fact that, this whole normalcy narrative through junkets and PR blitz that they had created.
Right.
That, we have managed to ensure safety, security, end of violence on ground post
Okay.
August 5, 2009 has been exposed.
Yeah.
And one last point, Srinivasan.
Let me come back to you. Sohail, we can't, let's not make all the points in one go. It's a conversation, we avoid monologues. But, beyond the politics, now General Hasnain, the fact is, General Hasnain, that the government has announced or has said that they have carried out a series of measures. Around 900 people have been picked up, 13 terrorists have been killed in 9 encounters. They in fact claim to have killed, General, specifically the terrorists who are involved with shooting down some of these migrants and so on. The fact that these killings have not stopped, General, what do we infer from that? That did we get the right guys, or is it just that now, you shoot down some lot, someone else will step in?
Srinivasan, I'm actually smiling for the simple reason I'm surprised at your simplicity of the way you put your questions. Do you expect that Kashmir has been resolved? 5th of August 2019, has anyone announced that Kashmir has been resolved?
General,
there is the end of
this
terrorism.
is not my view. I need to come in here. This is not my view. No, you said I am putting simplistic questions. No, these are not. I am quoting government ministers. No, General. I don't want to interrupt you or respect you. Amit Shah, Home Minister, Yogi Adityanath, Chief Minister of UP. These are people saying that violent phase of terrorism has ended. Origin of terrorism has ended with the abrogation. I am putting that as the question. I am not saying that. I don't subscribe to any such simplistic view. I am questioning the political rhetoric of those who claim.
If you allow me to speak, I'll speak.
Yes, so I just want to clarify that. Please go ahead.
Absolutely clear. See, there is a political dimension and there's a military dimension to every conflict.
Yes.
Right? There is no black and white in this. Someone, a political leader may stand up and say, yes, we have achieved this. Militarily, it may mean something completely different. This is a proxy conflict, a proxy war.
I agree with you.
Black and white affairs.
I agree with you.
See, Srinivasan, if you want me to answer, then let me answer.
Yes.
Right.
Go ahead.
All I'm trying to tell you is, from 7,000 terrorists, I still remember when General Widge gave us the orders in 2003.
Yes.
Bring the strength down below 1,000.
Right.
We brought it down below 1,000 by 2009 and 2010. We said we've achieved a tremendous amount. But
Yes.
now we are on the last phase of sorting out and resolving terror. It didn't happen. You see, what happens is, there are networks and networks and networks in this kind of a thing. There are sleeper agents all over. Now what happens, this whole thing gets subdued.
Yeah.
It will go down for 2 years.
Right.
And then suddenly you will find the exploitation of this. What's happened in Afghanistan, I'm trying to explain to your viewers that it's not so simplistic. Watch what is happening in Afghanistan. The flames of that ideological change which has taken place is all coming here.
Of course.
Right? So the political leadership may have claimed at one time it's all over. But no, it's not over at the moment.
No, I agree.
A fresh phase has begun. A fresh phase has become, and this always happens in the dynamics of a proxy war.
That is exactly.
So let's not read. You are trying to embarrass people politically, right? But we can give you military facts and tell you that you are not right.
General, let me tell you something. It's not a question of embarrassing people politically. I am a journalist. Journalists have to hold power to account.
You have the freedom to do that.
Political, government, corporate, military, doesn't matter.
But understand conflict first.
That is our job. If I didn't do that, I'll be failing my duty.
So understand conflict first and then put your question. That is the point.
No, of course I understand conflict. I agree with everything you said. But let me go to Professor Saifuddin Soz. Saifuddin Soz, thank you so much for patiently listening to us, senior leader of the Congress. Now,
all right, Mr. Srinivasan.
Sir, what do you make of this? That you have Rahul Gandhi, others are saying that these killings show that the government's claims on Article 370 abrogation, that this will solve the security problem, have been shown as hollow. While others are saying, you just heard General Hasnain saying, it's too simplistic, it's complex, you can't just say because of you've taken 1 or 2 or 3 moves, the violence, the terrorism will end. Yes, Sosab.
See, it seems, Mr. Srinivasan, it seems BJP has got into its own created web of untruth. They did a lot of propaganda because they're basically interested in propaganda, RSS and BJP combined, and they said everything is normal after abrogation of 370.
Right.
Now they see everything is not normal after abrogation of 370. What about these killings? They should answer, you should raise this question directly with the Home Minister of India. Because he is part of the propaganda, overall propaganda on Kashmir, and say everything is okay after abrogation of 370.
Right.
It is not okay after abrogation of 370. The general run of Kashmiris are angry on abrogation of 370 because they know that it is the cornerstone of, you see, Muslim majority states' accession with India.
Okay.
So, internal autonomy is so basic to the whole question. And
But
the general run of
of-
Kashmiris want that this abrogated 370 should be revived.
So while these,
To be
okay, but Sosab, once again, Sosab, let me just ask you, while you may say that these killings expose the government's propaganda, what do you make of the motivation behind these killings? Because what is happening is terrible. Any killing is bad, but when you particularly target migrants, you target Pandits, you target Hindus, what is the motive behind this?
See, I cannot say anything on the
And
motive
who
behind
is-
it.
and who do
but
you
I
think
can
is
tell
behind
you,
it?
general run of Kashmiris are angry on these killings. These are innocent killings, and nobody in Kashmir will support this kind of activity. This is clear violence, and people are against violence. They have condemned this violence.
Right.
And these are innocent killings in Kashmir. Nobody will like such killings on ground.
Okay.
So the basic question now, because RSS, BJP did a lot of propaganda
Yes.
say after abrogation of 370.
Right.
In fact, I feel they were sowing the seeds, now they are reaping the crop. They said everything is okay in Kashmir after abrogation of 370.
Okay.
I
So
say,
you are-
I take this, line that after abrogation of 370, every Kashmiri is angry.
Okay. You are
Because
saying
they
it has
think
had a...
this was the cornerstone
Okay.
of a Muslim majority state's accession with India.
Okay, fair
That is the
enough.
reality.
All right. Okay. So Brigadier Gupta then, as we just heard even General Hasnain say, that what political leaders say is one thing, they may say it for their own purposes, the ground reality is different. So at least can we acknowledge or at least demand that there is a stop to this propaganda, that there has been some kind of be-all, end-all solution? Because what you said, that violence can't be stopped, as Sohail Bukhari says, that is the reality which all these parties, mainstream parties, have been saying all along. So then,
Srinivasan, the
what's
fact is, Bukhari has quoted me wrongly.
So
I
then,
have never said,
what's the difference?
yes, the difference is that this violence which is there in Kashmir was there earlier also. The situation is the result of the mess created by these political parties for the last 7 decades. What Sosa has said is also a result of that. They have been seeing the sword of secession, communalism in Kashmir, radicalization. That is what we now come to the forefront.
So
And that, the result of that is being seen now.
Again, you have to take some
It is the result of
responsibility.
that.
You can't run a state for 3 years and keep blaming people who are not in power. Right.
Oh, my dear friend Srinivasan,
I
in
mean,
3 years you cannot do away
can
what
you
happened
imagine-
in 70 years.
No, no.
70 years take time to do away.
Okay.
You must realize that. I am not saying that we will do it overnight. We are not claiming that.
So you will take another 70 years.
No, it doesn't take another 70 years. What we have done in 3 years, it's for you to see. You see the graph it yourself.
Sir,
The fact
central
is
rule.
that as somebody
Brigadier,
said that you're not
Brigadier,
willing to
you
accept
can't-
the reality.
no, no. Central
you call your
rule-
reality check, but you are not willing to accept the reality.
No, Brigadier,
Vasu.
central rule can never be a solution, right? President's rule, central rule can never be a solution that can't be a tenable solution in a democracy.
Why not? If things have to be brought to normal, if things have what
You
we
have
seen
to
what happened here,
open up
we
democratic
have-
avenues. Sohail, very quickly, yes.
We have seen what happened here when they were elected.
Okay, let me ask Sohail that question. Sohail,
what have the elected governments led to?
what Brigadier Gupta is saying, that even if there's been this recent spike of civilian killings, overall the unrest, the stone pelting, etc., that has come down.
See, the discontent has been simmering on ground, and that's what we have been apprehensive about all along.
Yeah.
Remember, Article 370's abrogation or whatever followed in last 2 years
Yes.
is suppressive. It's undemocratic, unconstitutional. We have General Hasnain with us on the panel. He would, agree with me that when you are in a conflict situation like Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing,
Yes.
you ought to have people on your side. What you have done on August 5, 2019 and subsequently is that you have shrunk that constituency that would be on your side. You have alienated an ordinary resident of Jammu and Kashmir.
Okay,
You've been suppressive. You've taken away their democratic rights. And here we have the result.
Let's get General Hassan. General Hassan, how concerned are you that, as you said, that if you look at it in sheer numbers, the militancy might be, fingers crossed in its last throes, but what you managed to achieve with those reducing the numbers was without necessarily having to abrogate 370 or any of that. Now, having done that, and we are not seeing any opening of avenues of political conversation or dialogue or ventilation of normal democratic avenues, how much of that is a concern for you?
See, Srinivasan, that's a very good question. There's no doubt. No, I analyze it in my mind as an analyst.
Yes.
Primarily from this angle that, yes, in terms of violence, it has subsided phenomenally. In a very large number. This year you've had 120 terrorists killed compared to 254, 260 that you had in 2018 and 19, right? But, when it comes to it is ultimately a question of introduction of democracy. Remember, when a conflict started in Kashmir in 1989, in 7 years' time in 1996, we brought back elections.
Right.
Now, this is one of the intents of this government I'm quite certain about. I'm sure Brigadier Gupta will agree with me. The intent is that. But we are 3 years down, not even 3 years down yet. And most of this period has been taken up by the COVID. We've had one set of elections in the middle, which have been fairly good. There is a delimitation going on at the moment. And subsequently, I'm sure the restoration of statehood, etc., when all this happens, in the next 2 to 3 years, I would envisage a complete restoration of democracy. What I am aware, and I regularly visit the valley,
Yes.
what I am aware is a tremendous outreach program is going on with the youth in Kashmir, which is being reported. A lot of people may not be aware of it, but it is being reported at the same time. But at the same time, there is a competitive issue as far as the street space is concerned, the security space is concerned. Because the networks are still there, which we have been able to neutralize, dismantle to a great extent. But it can't be done overnight.
Of
And
course.
this is going to take 2, 3,
This
4
will take
years
time.
to do it.
But for the
Absolutely.
democratic spaces, sure.
Yes.
But
It's
for the
very
democratic
important to get
space to
democracy
open
back.
up, it's
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
important to ensure that political leaders of all stripes, not just of one party or belonging to one side, are allowed to move around freely, fairly, and communicate and engage, right? You've had long spells where mainstream political leaders have been detained for months without necessarily giving due cause. So that's also very important. So I think that we need to keep in mind. Yes, we want to, Brigadier Gupta, you wanted to come in. Brigadier Gupta, by when do you think, because now 3 years is a very long time, by, very few Indian states you could justify keeping under president's rules for so long. By when do you think there'll be elections?
as soon as the election commission does its job.
Okay.
Thereafter, it is the call to be the delimitation commission does the job. Thereafter, for the election commission to decide as
So
early
we-
as possible.
So we could be seeing elections perhaps, because I'm told, correct me if I'm wrong, the delimitation exercise is almost over. So we could almost be seeing elections
February.
by the end of this year, early next year even.
Definitely. Why not? Why not? I think we are looking at that horizon.
Okay. Saifuddin Soz, do you welcome that?
Yes.
That there will be elections soon?
What?
Elections? Elections.
No, election is that is the necessity. Elections should be held because that is necessary in, you see, democracy, and we are committed to that. But the question is that whatever is the propaganda on 370, the fact remains after abrogation of 370, the graph of these killings has gone up. And they want to hide behind their propaganda.
Okay.
But let them face the facts on ground this time.
Vasu,
The
Okay,
graph of
elections-
violence.
Elections
Can
are
I come in,
always,
please?
in a way, the
Rising.
best.
I want to
And they
counter
must see
Mr.
these are
Soz.
innocent killings.
Elections,
And he
elections.
was not happy
Okay,
on
okay,
these
okay.
killings.
Killings
But
have
the
got
fact
This is
is
the problem. You
370.
can't have, when everyone can't have a last word.
Because
Abrogation of 370.
aren't killings
I
taking
am-
place in Kerala?
Okay, I am governed by
It's
the
a
tyranny
narrative
of time,
which is being
and
built by
time
those
is up.
people who have enjoyed
But elections, as they say, is the good way to ensure that there is a certain doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani. But thank you all so much for joining me on the panel. We will be back on this topic. We're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us.